Good afternoon, welcome to Headingley for the tie of the round in the Yorkshire Cup. Leeds against current holders Bradford Northern. Leeds having an old score to settle from last year. They were beaten 16-15 in the semi-final. Beautiful day here at Headingley. The sun's just about to break through the clouds, but it's a bit chilly. Leeds out on the field first, and there we see a first glimpse of Cliffy Lyons, just jetted in from Sydney at the weekend. In for his second spell here at Leeds. Hoping for a win under his belt today. Here come the Bradford Northern team. Looking at the teams on paper, they're very evenly matched. Both the forwards and the backs. So give it the teams. First Leeds. Number 1 Spencer, 2 Gibson, 3 Schofield, 4 Stevenson, 5 Basnett, 6 Lyons, 7 Ashton, 8 and captain Lee Crooks, 9 Maskell, 10 Waddell, 11 Powell, 12 Price, 13 Heron. Substitutes this afternoon for Leeds, number 14 Brooke Cowden, 15 Medley. Bradford Northern team, number 1 Mumby, 2 Simpson, 3 McGowan, 4 Sidebottom, 5 Francis, 6 Roebuck, 7 and captain Harkin, 8 Skerritt, 9 Noble, 10 Amer, 11 Hobbs, 12 Furbank, 13 Pinner. Substitutes for Bradford this afternoon, number 14 Ike, number 15 Hill. Referee for this afternoon's match is Mr. John Holsworth from Leeds. Short trip for Mr. Holsworth this afternoon. Two teams decide to change ends. Leeds playing with the wind in this first half, playing from left to right as we look. Gary Schofield to get this game underway. Kick goes off deep. Hobbs gets his first touch, drives towards 25. Met well by Waddell. Noble acting halfback. Harkin looking to spray the ball out, but the Leeds cover him very quickly. The shape of Powell. Harkin taking on the 25. Bradford forwards again, poised for the run. This time it's Hobbs, puts the kick up high. Straight down Spencer's throat. Tackle just inside Leeds, half of the field. Oh, with Price. Then Leeds using the forwards, this time Lee Crooks, driving towards the 3/4. Taken well though by Roebuck. Maskell again acting half-back onto Waddell, he'll straighten the attack up. Goes under a swinging arm from Harkin. Referee allows play on. Leeds put out to the left, Lyons first touch of the ball, short ball to Heron, to Powell in space. Looking around for support, he's beat one man, onto Stevenson. Just couldn't get his pass away, and the touch judge is in on the far side. Seen an off-the-ball incident. Referee Holsworth calls Bradford number 6, Roebuck. You can actually see what happened. His first penalty of the afternoon goes to Leeds. Side to run the ball. Schofield puts the kick to touch. Maskell restart just 10 yards from the Leeds line. Waddell goes driving in for the line. Straight 3-man Northern defence. Crooks missed out onto Lyons. Lyons misses out Price. Good ball out to Schofield. No, Gibson. What a good cover tackle from Francis. Brings Gibson down just about 3 yards from the Bradford Northern line. Again, Leeds bring along the line. Sloppy pass picked up by Basnett. He'd coming off his wing. Short ball onto Waddell, but Waddell's held man and ball by Noble. And Simpson just in front of the post. Lyons again. Leeds looking around for the overlap. Ball back inside though for Price. His final pass drops gratefully into the hands of Sidebottom and led off for Bradford. Now Mumby brings it away. Driving up towards the 25. Harkin, short ball onto Furbank. He slips under a high challenge from Lyons. He's made the break. He's got Roebuck in support. Good cover tackle from the Leeds fullback Spencer. Furbank really split the Leeds defence there. Now Northern playing a long ball across the line. Picked up well by Pinner. Put McGowan unable to hold the final pass, so scrum down. Put a good break by Carl Furbank. Lyons went in high. Missed the tackle completely. Furbank made a good 25 yards in the run. Ray Ashton feeds. Collects from the back. Onto Spencer. Stevenson acting halfback. Ashton onto Gary Price. He loses the ball in the challenge, but a free kick. Elbow in the tackle. It's like Kelvin Skerritt being penalised. Paul Harkin just inquiring the referee's decision, but he's having none of it. Sends Harkin away. So a chance for Schofield to make valuable ground with a line kick. And what a kick it is. Powell set for the run. Takes up the ball now. Over the Bradford 25. Held by half the Bradford pack. Ashton shouting at instructions in the background. Now he gets the ball. Sit on to Waddell. He's held up in the tackle. Haskell again onto Spencer. Pops. Tries to come inside. Leeds making no ground at the moment. Now onto Ashton. Switches direction. Onto Heron. The good tackle comes in from Skerritt. Ashton onto Crooks. Puts one out the back door to Ashton. Onto Gary Schofield. He took it well. Carl Gibson going for the corner. Tries to come inside. Goes round Mumby and he's going to be in. Gibson's in for the first try of the afternoon. Takes Leeds into an early 4-0 lead. Conversion attempt from Stevenson to come. Try all coming from the Lee Crooks burst. Slipped the ball out the back. Found Schofield in support and Gibson latched onto Schofield's pass. Still had the try to score. Went through Mumby and took Sidebottom over the line to score. About 5 yards in from the corner flag is Coventry side of Headingley. And David Stephen with a conversion attempt. The wind dies down for the moment. A rather swirling wind here at Headingley this afternoon. Stevenson comes up right-footed. The ball's going to the near post. He bounces off and through. A good start for Stevenson and Leeds. Going to a 6-0 lead. That set the Leeds fans off singing down below us. They hopes to restart. It's the grubber kick down. Picked up by Stevenson and tries to drive his way forward. Ashton. Lyons spraying the ball out from the centre of the field onto Waddell. It's crunched to the floor by half the Northern pack. Schofield acting halfback onto Price. De Heron gets the return, the ball's gone to ground. Bradford will come up with it. Skerritt goes for a jump from acting halfback. First real attack from Bradford. Onto side bottom. Taken round the bootlaces by Stevenson, who took a knock in that tackle. And Francis takes up the running. Bradford lying deep at the moment. And with Harkin, this time decides to put in the kick. Trolling agonising in near touch, but Spencer just saves it. Brings the ball back in the field of play, runs out to the right. Slips one man, good run by the fullback Spencer, clearing his line. Tackle just on the 25. Ashton, short ball to Waddell. Stands in the tackle and unloads. Leeds still managing to make the ball do the work, although they're stood still at the moment. Ashton again at acting halfback. Onto Roy Powell. Makes no ground as the challenge comes in. Onto Cliff Lyons, this time he tries the kick. A brilliant kick from Cliff Lyons. Takes some of the pressure off the Leeds line. He finds touch about 7 yards inside the Bradford half of the field. Paul Harkin to feed the scrum. Ball shoots straight out, Holsworth not happy with it. Referee wanted the tunnel clear, Harkin feeds, the scrum collapses. And Leeds caught offside. Gary Price broke from the scrum quickly, caught inside the 5 from the scrum. So a chance for Mumby to put the kick into touch, take play back inside the Leeds half of the field. Harkin shouting at his orders. Be noble to restart, just about 10 yards inside the Leeds half of the field. Short ball to Aymer. Just driving up the Leeds defence, but met solidly by Crooks and Powell. Noble again at acting halfback. Short ball to Skerritt. He's held up in the tackle. Now Bradford working the switch onto David Hobbs, breaks the line. It's a good ball back inside to McGowan. McGowan's going for the corner. Is he going to score? McGowan just gets the ball down. Spencer, the Leeds fullback, came in over the top of him. The Bradford try coming from the runaround between Harkin and Pinner. McGowan hit the line well. He still had about 25 yards to run, but he went in despite the covering tackle of Spencer just in the corner, about a yard in from the corner flag. Gets the first points of the afternoon on the board for Bradford. Leaves David Hobbs with a rather difficult conversion attempt though. At 25 yards out, the right-hand side of the post. David Hobbs looking a lot leaner than we've seen in past seasons. Up he comes now, right-footed, the kick's high. But it's waved away by the touch judges. The score now, Leeds 6, Bradford 4. We all thought this was going to be a closely contested game. There's 2 points in it at the moment as Schofield places the ball for the restart. Again, the kick goes deep to the left. Ball from Francis, he picks it up. Held by Powell and Waddell. Harkin goes to acting halfback. Waddell rakes to play the ball. Onto Aymer. 6 more tackles, said referee Holsworth. Noble again, works the blind side. Now Noble takes it up from acting halfback, takes play over the 25. Out to Pinner, feint for the pass, looking to get the ball away, Harry Pinner. Harkin puts the ball back to David Hobbs for the kick. Spencer waits for the bounce, now picks it up. This time Ray Ashton goes to acting halfback for Leeds. And Basnett joining the line. Now Crooks driving in towards Bradford territory. Now Leeds playing along the line. Heron out to Lyons. Short ball from Lyons to Schofield. On to Stevenson. He still manages to get the ball back, but a knock on. Schofield very unlucky there. Stevenson somehow managed to keep the ball in play. Kenny's Harkin to feed the scrum. Again, the scrum's collapsed. Harkin waiting at the back and puts it out to Roebuck. Held by Ashton and Lyons. Harkin to Pinner, looking round for runners. Finds Furbank, gets the return. Pinner dancing and weaving through the Leeds defence. Finally held by Crooks. Harkin. Bit of a mix-up between Harkin and Roebuck. Bradford still in possession. Now Noble goes to acting halfback. Short ball out to Skerritt. Fends off Heron. He's tackled just on halfway. Now Bradford bring along the line. Pinner tries the kick. It ricochets off a Leeds player. Basnett's going back. He's got it covered. And picks it up. Tries to straighten up his run. Slips through one pass. Finally flung to the ground though by Francis on halfway. And the Leeds mount another attack. Cliff Lyons, short ball to Lee Crooks. Gibson went inside him, but Crooks had to die with the ball. Schofield onto Lyons, long cut out pass from Lyons. Onto Heron, back inside. Back inside to David Stevenson, the ball went loose, referee could play on. Now Waddell. Held man and ball. Ashton. Onto Heron, ball back inside to Gary Price, onto Powell. Like Powell hit the line, found the gap. Ball now goes back to Lee Crooks, he tries the field goal attempt. The referee Holsworth on the spot, the kick waved away. Shaded the left hand upright. With Bradford to restart with a 25 tap. Now Noble again, going for matching halfback. This time Harkin, looking for runners onto Harry Pinner. Short ball out to Pinner. To Roebuck, he's streaking forward into Leeds half of the field. He's trying to turn Spencer, finds Francis in support. Is Francis going to go in? He slips round Ashton. And Francis goes in, and just to make sure he goes under the post. Oh, brilliant move by Bradford. All came from when Roebuck hit the line. He made fully 30 yards. He tried to turn the fullback Spencer inside out. Found his winger Francis on his left-hand side. He went round Ray Ashton's despairing dive. Went straight in under the post, making the conversion attempt for David Hobbs that little bit easier. Takes the score now to Leeds 6, Bradford 8. The conversion attempt from Hobbs to come. David Heron's laying the law down to the Leeds forwards, telling them what he wants to do. And Hobbs makes no mistake. It's the ball over the black dot. The score now, Leeds 6, Bradford 10. Again, Schofield comes up for the restart. Harkin stops it with his foot. He's put the ball out to Keith Mumby. He drives towards the 25. Noble goes to acting half-back. Short ball on to Aymer. This time Roebuck instigates of the try, looking for the gap. Almost got the ball out to Simpson. Now on to Skerritt, using his weight, but Davy Stevenson takes him by the bootlaces. Ball to Harry Pinner. Mumby pirouettes through one challenge. Harkin from acting half-back, looking for the kick. The ball goes behind Basnett and finds touch. Good long rubber kick from Harkin. Forces the Leeds team back inside their own quarter. Ray Ashton to feed the scrum. Referee Holsworth wants them on the 10-yard mark. Now the scrum's packed down. Ashton feeds. Good heel against the head by Bradford. Now they bring it out along the line to Sidebottom. He juggles with it. Takes another second attempt. Schofield takes him to the ground. Now Francis tries to turn Gibson and Schofield. McGowan at acting half-back. Roebuck, long pass out, centre field to Harry Pinner, another long pass. It's towed through by Basnett. The chase is on, Basnett plays football with it. Simpson's coming back. Basnett's still going, he's good for the line, the ball goes out of his hands. Oh, how unlucky could he get? And the touch judge is in on the far side. It is indicating that Simpson made the challenge on Basnett. As he went down to gather the ball, he hadn't got hold of the ball. Could be a free kick here to Leeds. And Leeds get the free kick. Kevin Harkin again, he's just querying the decision. Basnett unlucky. Leeds decide to go for the tap, go for the 6 points. Waddell. Tackle just 10 yards short of the Leeds line. Maskell will go to acting half-back. Tries to go it himself. Ashton looking out for runners, puts it onto Waddell. He wasn't watching, so incentive lost by Leeds. Bradford come away with it. Ball goes loose again. Thomas Lyons who picks up on this time a free kick to Leeds. It's like David Hobbs talking out of turn to the referee. I think Leeds this time will probably go for the penalty, put the 2 points on the board. Harkin still arguing the point with referee Holsworth. It's told to calm it down a little by Pinner. Don't want Harkin getting sent off at this stage of the game. The match so evenly balanced. Stevenson with his second kick of the afternoon. 1 from 1 so far. And he makes no mistake. Narrows the gap. Score now. Leeds 8, Bradford Northern 10. And I think Harkin and Hobbs are bitterly complaining about the ball being raked from the challenge. Thought the referee had shouted held. He was looking for the penalty to go to Bradford. Still having worked with referee Holsworth as he comes up to the centre spot to restart. Hobbs' kick goes deep. Spencer chops it with his foot. Taken by Noble about 15 yards in front of the Leeds line. Roy Powell sets himself up for the run. He's tackled just short of the 25. Maskell, short side onto Waddell. Waddell loses the ball again. Maskell picks up. Referee brings them back for the knock-on. Much to the disgust of the Leeds crowd. And scrum win by Bradford. Harkin acting half-back, looking round for runners. Out to Furbank. He stands in the challenge. No Bradford player near him though. Now Harkin organising from acting half-back. Short ball to Aymer. Tackle just 10 yards short of the Leeds line. Pressure for Leeds. And Skerritt tries his luck. And Powell there equally with a strong challenge. But to Harkin, he sees the gap. Harkin's going in. Bradford make the pressure tell. Harkin scores the try just by the side of the post. He saw the gap. Extends Bradford's lead. Score now, Leeds 8, Bradford 14. And again, an easy conversion attempt to come for David Hobbs. Waiting for his customary bucket of sand. I think really could throw it over from there. Hobbs in no hurry with this conversion attempt. Ties himself up. And makes no mistake. Takes the score now to Leeds 8, Bradford 16. It's 24 minutes of the game gone. Again, Schofield will restart. Again, the kick goes deep to the left. Simpson picks it up on the bounce. Looking round for runners. His Furbank goes under a high one, he's lost the ball. And a bit of a difference of opinion between Furbank and Crooks. Comes to nothing. Maskell tries to bring it away from acting halfback. Waddell goes to help, he takes it up, takes up the running. Straight and hard. Leeds lying out very deep. Dave Heron looking round for runners. Ball goes down. Lions can't hold. He kicks through. He's picked up by Richard Francis. Bradford back in possession on their own 25. Brian Noble running away from acting halfback. Roebuck to Pinner. Short ball from Pinner to Skerritt. And Crooks comes down heavy on top, and Skerritt didn't like that. Referee Holdsworth in though very quickly. Now Pinner tried to jink his way through the line. Powell comes over the top to smother him. Ball back to Hobbs for the kick. The kick's high. And Spencer to chase crossfield. He's got Gibson in support, but decides to run it out himself. Now Gibson gets his chance. Tries to come straight down the centre of the field. Runs into the three-man Bradford defence. Cliffy Lyons. Longs ball out to David Stevenson. Tries to slip his man. Lyons again acting half-back. Puts in the kick. They're going to roll to touch. Mumby does some juggling with it. Keeps them all in play. Slips around Lyons. He's waiting for his winger Simpson to come inside him. Finally has to die with the ball. Roebuck. Onto Pinner. Onto Francis, but he's getting forced back in the tackle. Leeds quickly in the Bradford line, stifling the play. This time Francis tries his luck. Makes about 10 yards. Bradford still trapped in their own half of the field. Kevin Harkin goes to acting halfback. To Harry Pinner. Now they bring long line. Quick ball from Roebuck to McGowan. Now on to Simpson. He tries to come inside Lyons. Slips through Lyons' challenge. Tackle just inside the Leeds half of the field. Skerritt acting halfback. Now on to Harry Pinner. Pinner looks for the kick. Kick goes deep. It's going to go behind Gibson and it rolls into touch on the Leeds 25. Good relieving kick from Harry Pinner. Leeds will get the feed. Important heel for Colin Maskell. Ashton coming round for the feed. Ball didn't look like it went in, but referee allows play on. Gibson comes away with it. Lyons misses out Spencer to Schofield. Got Stevenson with him. Now Spencer gets the ball back, but just had his ankles tapped by Mumby. Lyons again, taking it away from acting halfback. Misses out Crooks. Now on to David Stevenson. Manages to get the ball back to Lyons. Heron, he's looking around for runners. The ball's lost in the challenge and picked up gratefully by Amer. Now Hobbs working the run around with Harkin. Noble again, taking it up for a jaunt from acting halfback. Held by the short collar by Waddell. Fairbank at acting halfback. Harkin switches direction of play to Pinner, back inside to McGowan. Didn't have much room to move with McGowan from that short pass from Pinner. Harkin bounces off Stevenson's leg straight into the hands of Simpson. Referee waving play on. No, he's decided he's going to give the 5 tackles and it's Harkin who puts the kick to touch. One moment of indecision there from John Holsworth. Quickly rectified the situation. Ashton again will feed. Maskell on the floor. This time Bradford to get the free kick. Maskell binding with a loose arm. Mumby looks like he's coming across for a line kick. Give Bradford a little bit more space to work in. Noble will restart about 15 yards from the Leeds line to Pinner. Short ball from Pinner to Skerritt, driving towards the post. Pinner, can round for runners, decides to take it himself. Met strongly by Price. It's 10 yards from the Leeds line. Roebuck tries to do it down to acting halfback. Get the ball away. Fairbank can't hold it. Now Fairbank and Lyons having a difference of opinion. Referee Holsworth in quickly, wants to get play underway as a long ball comes out from Harkin, but what a cover tackle from Gibson. Bradford looked to have the overlap on this near side. Long pass came out from Harkin onto Francis, but Gibson took man and ball into touch, about 3 yards from the Leeds line. So again, Ashton to feed the scrum. Referee not happy with it. Pack's wheel. Ashton comes away with it. Hawkins round on him very quickly. Heron has to run it away from acting halfback. Low swinging arm though comes in from Skerritt. Again to the crowd's disapproval. Now Gary Price, held by Fairbank and Skerritt. And it's all on now. Referee Holsworth is in though very quickly to sort things out. Pushing the Bradford players away. Gary Price down on the floor. Took a knock from the secondary tackle from Furbank. Referee bringing them away. Harkin and Pinner just having a quick chat with referee Holsworth. And Furbank gets off. It's 10 minutes in the sin bin. Furbank none too happy about it. So Bradford reduced to 12 men. Just about 7 minutes to go before half time. We're going to have to reorganise and keep Leeds out. They're leading by 16 points to 8. Meanwhile, Price is still down on the floor, receiving attention from the Leeds physio. Looks a bit groggy. Manages to get to his feet. Schofield puts the high kick into touch. That's certainly warmed the crowd up. Waddell takes up the running. Solid Bradford defence. Takes Waddell down just short of halfway. Maskell acting halfback. To Ashton onto Crooks. Crooks can find no way through as pushed back in the challenge. So the adrenaline really flowing now for the Bradford players. They're coming into solid attacks. And Leeds made the break with Gibson. He's caught by the head by Amer. Referee gives a penalty. I think it was more of a reflex action. I don't think there's any malice intended. Schofield puts the quick kick into touch. Sets up Leeds for another assault on the Bradford line. They're 8 points behind. Ashton to Lyons, centre field, looking around for Ronald. Spencer joins the line. Onto Price. Lyons again, going from acting half-back to Heron. Heron looked to get the pass away. Kane buys opposite number Harry Pinner. Now Stevenson tries to dance it from acting half-back. The ball's loose. Picked up by Sidebottom. So led off for Bradford. Wasted chance though for Leeds. Now Roebuck feels the full weight of the Leeds pack. He's driving back in the challenge. And he's took a knock in that challenge, look like. And he got an accidental hand in the eye. Referee Holsworth in though very quickly. Harkin just checking. The Roebuck's fit to continue, and he is. Noble waiting, and acting half-back. Ball to Amer. Held by Price, but referee gives a free kick to Bradford. Head-high tackle from Price. On comes the Bradford trainer again. Referee Holsworth wants to get on with it. Keep play flowing. Imumbe with a line kick. Shot ball onto Skerritt, driving towards the halfway line. Noble again, going to acting halfback. Shot ball inside to Amer. Quickly recovered from his knock. Pinner, centre field. Shot ball inside to Hobbs. Makes no ground though as the Leeds cover comes up very quickly. We're going out to Pinner. He comes back inside, breaks the Leeds cover. Got Roebuck in support, off he goes. Just got Spencer to beat. He's looking around for support. Has to put the ball back to Sidebottom. Sidebottom taking just 10 yards from the Leeds line. So pressure again on Leeds. Francis to Roebuck. Short ball inside from Harkin to McGowan. Noble going to act in half-back. Harkin setting himself up for the drop goal, and there it is. You see the move coming off. Harkin had all the time in the world. The Leeds defence stayed off him. Like the old adage in rugby league, never come away from the post without a score. So the Harkin drop goal takes the score now to Leeds 8, Bradford 17. Bradford, remember, down to 12 men. It's Fairbank. Good take by Pinner. Save that Peter Shilton would have been proud of. Noble, and for a jump from out in half-back. Bradford sticking to a set game plan. Now on to Skerritt, he tries to go the narrow side. It's held up man and ball by Stevenson. Harkin, again to Pinner, look centre field, held up the pass on to Mumby. Ops to Harkin. Harkin switches the ball back inside to Pinner. He puts the high kick up straight downfield. Spencer takes it well. And sets himself up, running towards the halfway line. Still manages to get the ball out to Heron. Ashton onto Cliff Lyons. Now Lee Crooks playing more of a three-quarter Crooks in this first half. Waddell, he straightens up the running, still going, held by Harkin. The ball goes loose, picked up though by Francis. And Francis takes play back inside the Leeds half of the field. Just like a forward pass from Noble on to Aymer. A referee allows play on. The crowd underneath were calling for the forward pass. Noble again to Harkin, looking around for runners. This time finds Skerritt, hits the line well. Manages to get his pass away, albeit into the hands of David Heron. And he's looking round to set up the Leeds attack. Cliff Lyons, centre field, throws a long pass out to Gary Schofield in space. Roebuck's chasing him. Schofield going towards the touchline. Brilliant tackle though from Keith Mumby. Schofield managed to get the ball inside, and Crooks knocked on. Trying to keep the momentum of the attack going. Not many things escaping referee Holsworth's eye this afternoon. Harkin feeds to Bradford. Sees out from the back. Referee not happy with it. As the scrums collapse, he wants them to go down again. Harkin again feeds to Roebuck. In two minds what to do, but he's forced back in the challenge of Ashton. And there goes the hooter for half-time. Half-time score. Leeds 8, Bradford 17. Neither see one souvenir hunter. Decide to borrow the ball. Half time. And a good response from the crowd. Off she goes. Give that to Rodario, put it under his jacket. No, would you believe it? Somebody's taking the ball off her. She can hear with the crowd. Meanwhile, both the teams taking the field for the second half. No further substitutions in this game. And Bradford, remember, still down to 12 men. Carl Fairbanks still in the sin bin. I think he's got about 3 or 4 minutes to go. Leeds this afternoon playing 2 forwards on the bench. Does Mal really know something we don't? With Mark Brooke-Cowden and Paul Medley. It's be David Hobbs to get this second half underway. Bradford playing from left to right towards the clubhouse end of the ground. Leading by 17 points to 8. Referee blows for time on. Hobbs puts the kick deep. Gibson takes it just above his head, has to run it out from his own in goal. Held though by Pinner. Maskell acting half-back. Misses out Price, puts the reverse pass out to Heron. Now Roy Powell taking up the running, tries to break one pass, gets a good pass away, just on Lyons' shoulder. Roy Powell did well. Got the pass out of the tackle, just a little too high for Cliff Lyons. Paul Harkin to feed. Sees the ball from the back. Another good heel from Brian Roebuck. Puts it back inside to McGowan. Driving towards the Leeds 25. Now Pinner running around centre field looking for runners. Puts a short ball inside to Keith Mumby. Slips the challenge. Shows the dummy. Spencer takes him well. Now Harry Pinner goes a lofted pass over. Roebuck trying to dance his way through the Leeds defence. Bradford going nowhere at the moment. Skerritt tries to use brute force, driving his way towards the line. 6 tackles coming up. Harkin joins the line, puts the little grubber kick through. Bounce was just right for Cliff Lyons. Led off for Leeds, Gary Price. Again stood in the challenge, looking round to get the ball away, but there's nobody there. Leeds pack bunched at the moment. Lee Crooks just to bring it down the narrow side, back inside to Ashton. Cliffy Lyons, the ball sliced, going towards the touchline, and it finds touch. Good relieving kick from Cliff Lyons. Takes play back inside the Bradford half of the field. Paul Harkin taking his time, walking back to the scrum base. Ball goes in there, quickly shoots out the back. Pass out to Simpson. Looking for the quick play of the ball. Noble comes over. Now Bradford played along the line. To Aymer. Taken by the bootlaces, and silly play the ball by Aymer. Allows Cliff Lyons to set up a Leeds attack. Should have checked whether there was someone behind him. Liddell running straight and hard towards the Bradford line. Inside the Bradford quarter. To Ashton. Crooks, pass from Crooks to David Stevenson, coming back inside, looking around for support. Lee Crooks. Lyons is calling for it on this near side. Heron goes back inside. Crooks to Price, back to Schofield. Went for the dummy with Stevenson. Stevenson tries to get the ball away. He's picked up well though by Spencer. Leeds still keeping the ball alive with Maskell going for the post. Now Spencer at acting halfback. Ashton, Lyons. The good pass out from Lyons to Basnett, but he can't hold it. The ball rolls into touch. So we'll let off there for Bradford. Another scrum down. Just inside the Bradford quarter. Paul Harkin to feed. And Furbank joins us back on the field, so Bradford back to full strength again. As Harkin dives in at the base of the scrum to retrieve the ball. Pinner will go to acting halfback. Decides to take it himself around the blind side, runs straight at Basnett. Straight under a swinging arm from Crooks. Harry gets up laughing. Now Skerritt. And Hobbs loses the ball in the challenge. Manages to regain it. Referee allows play on. And the Leeds fans looking for the knock on. Harkin was flung to the ground by Ashton. Keith Mumby coming back up the centre field. Noble onto Harkin again. Harry Pinner. This time Kelvin Skerritt playing out in the three quarters. And she's held on halfway by Heron. Simpson at acting halfback. Pinner. Short ball inside from Pinner. To Aymer. He's tackled just inside the Leeds half of the field. Back to Harkin. Harkin tries the grubber kick. And he finds touch about 10 yards from the Leeds line. Bradford in this half playing with the wind. Ashton waiting patiently to feed the scrum. Again, the pack's collapsed. This time Bradford penalised, caught offside as the ball came out the scrum. Schofield comes across for the line kick. It was high above our commentary position here at Headingley. He's put it outside the ground, that kick. Maskell restarts to Lee Crooks, drives towards the halfway line. Now Hugh Waddell, he straightens up the attack. Challenged well though by Aymer. Maskell puts the reverse pass inside to Heron. Resolute Bradford defence. Cliff Lyons running out wide, misses out Stevenson. The kick through from Heron, charged down. Unlucky for Bradford. Again, it'll be Ray Ashton to feed the scrum. Referee not happy, the scrums will have to pack down again. And it's time Bradford to get the free kick. Leeds wheeling the scrum before the ball had gone through the tunnel. The Keith Mumby with the line kick. The kick's high. Noble to restart. Trouble on to Skerritt, he takes play inside the Leeds 25. Noble again. Got ball to Aymer, he tries to turn, but Powell takes him to the ground, man and ball. Noble going for a jump from acting halfback, slips two Leeds challengers. Furbank going to acting halfback, sees the gap, takes it himself. Crooks is holding him, but he's down. Referee Holsworth on the spot, gives Furbank the try. So Furbank, the bad boy, the first half, getting sent to the sin bin. Comes up trumps, the hero in the second half if Bradford win this game. And saw the gap as he took the ball up from acting half-back. Went low for the line, Crooks thought he'd held him up. And somehow Furbank managed to get the ball down. Increases the lead now. For Bradford, the score Leeds 8, Bradford 21. The conversion attempt to come from David Hobbs. Almost 10 minutes into the second half. Hobbs comes up, the kick's high, but it's waved away by the touch judges. The score remains Leeds 8, Bradford Northern 21. Schofield again restarts. Again, the kick goes high and deep. Harkins there. Ball out to Keith Mumby, tries to dance his way through the Leeds defence. Noble onto Hobbs. This time Bradford using the wind. Hobbs puts the kick up high. Spencer takes it. On the second attempt, ball went backwards to referee Holsworth. And Ray Ashton goes to acting halfback. Tries to run it himself. Back to Spencer. Hugh Waddell straightening up the attack, driving towards the halfway line, tries to get the ball out. Roy Powell takes the short ball. Now the Leeds team getting the bird from the fans. There's a wild pass out from Maskell over top of Crooks' head. Gibson tidies up, but there's about 15 yards lost in the move. And Gary Schofield from acting halfback looks for the kick to touch. Francis gathers and tries to set up another Leeds attack. Solid tackle comes in from Lyons though. Paul Harkin. Keith Mumby. It's Headingley pitch, very dry. Looks very green, but it's very dry underneath. A lot of sand underneath the turf. Noble puts the pass back to David Hobbs. He looks for the deep kick. The ball's rolling. And trouble is it's rolling away from the touchline. Spencer picks up. He's got Basnett in support, but decides to run it out himself. And taken to ground by Simpson. David Stevenson has to try his luck from acting halfback. Gives his forwards a time to regroup. Lee Crooks holding up the ball well to Cliff Lyons, misses out Heron. Now Heron gets the ball. Back to Ashton. Ashton flung to the ground by the shirt collar by Harry Pinner. Lyons takes up play from acting halfback, back inside out to Price. Still manages to get the ball out. Schofield can't hold it. Albeit the pass was at his knees. Unlucky for Gary Schofield. Now with Furbank going for a jaw, makes a good 15 yards. Surprising what a try can do to a player. Leeds constantly being forced back in the defence. Bradford bring it through with the heavy forwards. And just short of the Leeds 25. Harkin back inside to David Hobbs, tries to turn, tries to get the ball away, throws a loose pass. It's picked up by Sidebottom. Referee will bring them back for the forward pass. Just unlucky for David Hobbs. The support just overran him. Harkin and Ashton having a few words at the scrum. Paul Harkin just pointing up to the scoreboard. Let Ray Ashton know. Inside are losing. The scrum collapses. Harkin dives in, but referee not happy. So again, Ray Ashton will feed the scrum for Leeds. It's the ball from the side to Gary Spence, who's got Cliff Lyons in support. Decides to run it himself, slips through one challenge. Now puts it back inside to Cliff Lyons. Got Gary Schofield in support. Schofield gets it. Out to Gibson, the ball looped forward, but referee allows play on. Shrugs off Simpson, and he shrugged off Simpson the first time. Simpson really recovered to make the tackle, taking Gibson into touch just 10 yards from the Bradford line. The scrum will pack down just 10 yards from the line. It's going to be an important heel for Brian Noble. Bradford about to make a substitution. Number 10, Amers, leaving the field to replace by number 15, Brendan Hill, former Leeds player. Hill fits straight into the front row. Northern win the scrum. Mumby tries to drive it through Ashton and Lyons. Pinner at acting halfback looking for runners. Hill takes it up, gets his first touch of the ball. Maskell goes high. Hill still going. Noble, sit on to Furbank, back to Noble. Hobbs, short ball inside to Skerritt, he goes for a jaunt. Lyons goes low, he's shrugged off. Roebuck in a hurry to get on with things, onto Harkin. Quick snap kick, forces Spencer back. Side running out himself, he's got David Stevenson in support. Now Stevenson takes it up onto John Basnett. Basnett has to go back inside. Roebuck's got him by the shirt collar. Gary Schofield joins the line. Taken ground by McGowan. Stevenson at acting halfback to Cliff Lyons. Onto David Heron. Still manages to keep the ball alive. Ray Ashton decides to go down the centre. Held by his opposite number, Harkin. Bit of mauling at the play of the ball as Ashton tries to get up. He's looking for the penalty from the referee. Referee Holsworth having none of it. Lyons. Heron. It is good Leeds play, putting the passes together, keeping the ball alive. David Heron picks up. Cliff Lyons. Quick pass out to Waddell. But he just loses the ball. Goes to ground and McGowan knocks on as he tries to pick up for Bradford. This time Leeds about to make a substitution. Lee Crooks and Gary Price leaving the field to be replaced by Mark Brookhouden and Paul Medley. And straight swap, 2 forwards for 2 forwards. At the moment they both packed down in the second row. Bradford win the scrum, Harkin quickly out with it. Onto McGowan, slips one challenge of Stevenson. Tackled 5 yards inside the Leeds half of the field. Simpson, Pinner, centre field. Onto David Hobbs. Roebuck at acting halfback. Brendan Hill tries to straighten up for the big run. Powell just manages to keep a hand on the ball to stop him unloading. Pinner again, centre field, short ball to Skerritt. Noble onto Harkin, tries the kick. Ball's bouncing again behind Basnett and it finds touch. 5 yards from the Leeds line. So looks like Brookhouden and Medley joining the second row of the Leeds pack. Roy Powell moving into the front row. Leeds win the scrum. Basnett. Brought to ground though by Keith Mumby. Ray Ashton. Tends to come back inside. Shrugs off Pinner. Misses Furbank. Now Cliff Lyons. Sets up the Leeds attack. Boot Carden on to Stevenson. This is good rugby from Leeds. Quick one out the back door from Schofield. Medley couldn't hold it. Like a knock on, but referee allows play on. Now Heron. On to Medley. And down the touchline. Back inside to Schofield. Slips round Simpson. Has Spencer in support. And Spencer's going in under the post. And for the first time in the afternoon, Leeds have let the ball do all the work. Brilliant passing movement, went through more than half a dozen pairs of hands. I'll say it looked like a knock on when Medley picked up, but again, referee Holsworth on the spot. And finally, it was the fullback Spencer joining the line. Greg's in under the post, leaving Stevenson with an easy conversion attempt. Takes the score to Leeds 12, Bradford Northern 21. Conversion attempt from Stevenson to come. Manny makes no mistake, puts it over the black dot. Taking the score to Leeds 14, Bradford 21. So halfway through this second half. Mulrealy substitutions beginning to pay dividends. Medley involved twice in the move for that Leeds try. Hobbs again restarts. Kick goes deep, out to the left. Gibson calls for it. Stops it with his foot. Got a lot of work to do, but he's held by Noble and Skerritt, being bundled back in the challenge. Ashton just lending a bit of support. Maskell acting halfback. Short ball onto Paul Medley. Two Bradford players went high. Referee gives the penalty to Leeds, and he's in there to sort out any trouble before it can erupt. Well, both Skerritt and Furbank went in with high tackles on Paul Medley. They know what a danger he is. Stan Medley gets a chance to run. Flung to the ground by Hill. Leeds playing slow on the line. Widdell straightens up. Lyons cuts out pass onto Stevenson. Flung to the ground, but he manages to get his pass away to Powell. Now Leeds with a bit between the teeth. Anderson comes out to shine strongly as Ashton puts the high kick downfield. Mumby's chasing back. Decides to run it out. Runs through Ashton. That's outside to Francis. Coming down this near wing. Basnett takes him. Just unable to get him into touch. McGowan at acting halfback. Tarkin, quick ball from Pinner. Manages to get his pass away. Hill, now Bradford letting the ball do the work. Roebuck. Onto side bottom, he's got Francis in support. But a brilliant cover tackle from Carl Gibson. Takes side bottom and the ball into touch. Ray Ashton about to feed the scrum in his own quarter. Packs wheel round again, then collapse. Referee not happy. Wants the scrum to form again. Both packs go down. Ashton feeding, look like a leg across. Referee decides to play advantage. Hawkin in there trying to get the ball, manages to get the ball out. Quick ball to Roebuck, waiting for his winger to come inside. Just held the ball up too long. This time it's Skerritt, he goes without the ball. Momentum lost for Bradford. Ashton again to feed the ball. Looks like a knock on the base of the scrum, but referee allows play on. Cliff Lyons comes away with it. Ashton, an acting half-back. To Waddell. Straightens up the attack, unable to get the ball out of the tackle though. Maskell, short ball to Mark Brook-Howden. Tries to go under Fairbank's challenge. Now Leeds playing to along the line. Lyons, short ball to Stevenson. Pass from Stevenson behind Schofield. Gibson's there to tidy up. He tries to come back off 1 foot, beats his opposite number, Francis. Tackle just short of halfway. Lyons are acting halfback. A high pass. Heron onto David Stevenson. Now onto John Basnett. He's got room to run. The Bradford cover's coming across. And finally taken into touch by Simpson. Good covering from the Bradford backs. Basnett had a lot of room to move in. This time the Leeds pack reshuffle. Brook-Howden moves into the front row. Medley takes up his usual back row position with Powell. Again, the scrums collapse. Harkin feeds. Pinner picks up at the back of the scrum, shrugs off Ashton. Out to Roebuck. Now Mumby joining the line. Harry Pinner. Flying tackle comes in from Paul Medley. Mumby again getting in the thick of the action this afternoon. Brendan Hill takes the ball up on the burst. 4 Leeds players have to put him to ground. Just on halfway. Harry Pinner, short ball to Fairbank. Carries the ball under one arm, looking to get the pass away at any time. Heron flung him to ground. Ball at Harry Pinner, he bounces off Paul Medley's legs. He picks up, the referee allows play on. Mumby's coming across. It's got Schofield in support. Paul Medley's going to go half the length of the field to score. What a try from Paul Medley. Well, it looks as if Malville's substitutions are really paying off. Medley involved in the first Leeds try of the second half. And now he gets his own name on the score sheet. Brilliantly recovered from the Pinner kick. Bounced off his legs, referee allowed play on. Medley took it up and he flew down the half of the field like a wing 3/4. Takes the score now to Leeds. 18, Bradford Northern 21. The conversion attempt to come from David Stevenson. Kick to the far right hand side of the post, 25 yards out. Crowd calling for a bit of hush underneath us. Stevenson sets himself up. Up he comes again, right footed, the kick's high, the crowd call for it and it's through. So Leeds now within 1 point of Bradford's total. The score, Leeds 20, Bradford 21. To go into the final 10 minutes of this game. Bradford, after leading for so long, find the lead drastically cut back by an inspired Leeds second half performance. Inspired mainly through Medley and Brook-Howden. De Hobbs again to restart. Kick goes deep downfield. Gibson's there to cover it. He has to run it out. Roebuck goes in low. Harkin goes in to help him. Now the Leeds fans are singing. Paul Medley. Now Brooke Cowden tries to burst over the 25. Leeds again with a bit between the teeth. Now letting the ball go along the line. Heron slips his man. Leeds players are queuing up on the far side. Gary Schofield takes it up. And Stevenson just ran a little too close to him. Schofield decided to die with the ball. Lyons moving away from matching half-back. Inside to Stevenson. He manages to shrug off Skerritt's challenge. Ball picked up masterfully by Maskell. Leeds again driving towards the Bradford line. Schofield fakes the kick. Back inside to Ray Ashton. Puts the kick over the top. Mumby's there. Manages to get a hand to it. Ashton's tackled as he runs through for the ball. And the ball just beating Spence as he went for the touchdown. The referee not listening to any of the Leeds claims for obstruction on Ashton. It looked to me though that Mumby was committed to the tackle. So another let off for Bradford as Leeds put ever increasing pressure on the line. Mumby restarts with a dropout, taken by Powell on halfway. And a chance to wind up and run straight. Makes 25 yards before he's brought down by Sidebottom. Now Waddell, he tries to straighten up and straight at Furbank and Hill. Ashton wanting his back line to go deeper. Now they bring it out. Lyons looks to go back inside. Ashton's there though to take the return pass. Try to dodge his way through. And the pressure really on Bradford. David Heron on ball to Paul Medley. Back to Heron, down to Stevenson. He's gone for the line, comes back inside and Stevenson scores. Well, they looked for a minute as if Stevenson might have been taken into touch. He held up and came back inside. Takes Leeds back into the lead for the first time since the earlier in the first half. Score now Leeds 24, Bradford 21. And Stevenson in an attempt to convert his own try. He's kicked 3 already this afternoon. David Stevenson continuing the success he had over in Lancashire with the Wigan club. When he started off goal kicking late in his career, he's certainly been putting them over. Great Britain tourist and a member of the side that won the 3rd test in Australia. And really finding his form with Leeds, but just unlucky with that conversion attempt, so the score remains Leeds 24, Bradford 21. And Bradford have it all to do again. This time Hobbs tries the short kick, straight into the hands of Waddell. Pin up quickly for the tackle. Now Roy Powell. The Leeds forwards now full of running. There's just 3 points in the lead. A little over 7 minutes left in this game. Oh, Paul Medley, hasn't he made such a difference since he came on as substitute? David Heron tries to come back inside. Cops a smack in the mouth though from Skerritt. And gets up smiling. Schofield taking it at first receiver, shrugs off one pass. Back inside to Ray Ashton. Desperate Northern defence in the shape of Furbank, bringing Ashton to ground. Leeds sets up another attack. A field goal attempt from Cliff Lyons. Wave wide. The ball's still not going out to play though. Well, Simpson a bit hesitant, expecting the ball to go outside. Over the touchline, waiting for a little. But Brooke Cowden, this Leeds prop, really moved up very quickly. Forced Simpson into touch, about a yard from the Bradford line. So again, the pressure on Bradford. Ray Ashton will feed the scrum for Leeds. Ball comes out around the back, there's a Bradford arm over it. Leeds ball to referee Holsworth. And a bit of a difference of opinion between Harkin and Ashton. There's been a lot of middling all afternoon between these two, but nothing serious. Lyons tries to get a pass out to Schofield. It's picked up by McGowan. And he's got a chance to relieve the Bradford line. Carl Furbank back to Roebuck. We go into the dying minutes of this match. It's going to take an 80-yard try from Bradford to snatch this game. The moment they appear bogged down in their own quarter. Hobbs puts the ball back out to Skerritt. He can't hold it. Just unlucky. Hobbs' pass was a bit high and just behind Skerritt as he was driving on. Leeds front row having trouble getting down. Now they pack down. Ball comes out quickly. Ashton to Lyons. On to Stevenson. Brooke Cowden at acting halfback takes it up himself. Tackle just short of the 25. This Leeds again mount another assault on the Bradford line. Heron on ball, it's a Medley playing and wide. Stands up in his challenge. Ball back to Heron. Now to Cliff Lyons. Lyons looking for the kick over the top for the Gibson chase. Simpson's with him. Ball goes loose and it's finally picked up by Sidebottom. So again, another let off for Bradford. Roebuck. Puts it on to Furbank. But the Leeds line holding strong at the moment. Now Bradford playing it along the line. Harry Pinner, he loses his footy but still manages to get the pass away. On to Skerritt, but he's going nowhere. Bradford losing valuable yardage. Hobbs. On to Mumby, he slips out of one challenge. And the referee's going to bring them back though for the penalty. For the high tackle. So Mumby saving his forward some work, finds touch, just short of halfway. Hill's coming on the burst. Going down the narrow side, tries to get the ball back inside to Noble. Simpson acting halfback, Paul Harkin. Pinner going in centre field, looking round for support. Has to die with it. McGowan on to Harkin, back to McGowan. Tries to shrug off one challenge. Just taken by the bootlaces by Heron. Bradford looking for the try. Roebuck to Harkin. Harkin holds up the pass for Sidebottom. He's tackled just inside the Leeds quarter by Schofield. Francis to Roebuck. They're looking round for runners. Hobbs tries to chip through. Still going. And finally it's Leeds that come away with it with Stevenson. Back inside to Basnett. Basnett has to come inside centre field. Furbank just holds him in his tracks, but the pass goes out to Medley. Now Brooke Cowden. And smothered by Furbank. He's bringing the ball away slowly through the forwards. Now Roy Powell. Noble comes in with a swinging arm. I think more out of frustration from Brian Noble. The match could be lost. Leeds are not going to be in any hurry to get on with this penalty. Powell gets to his feet. Be Schofield with a line kick. Gains valuable ground. Sets up another Leeds attack. Maskell will restart on the Bradford 25. Waddell. Straight into Hobbs. The former teammates at Oldham. And there goes the final hooter. Here at Headingley, the final score. Leeds 24, Bradford 21. I think the turning point in the game was the two substitutions Mal Reilly made midway in the second half for Medley and Brooke Carden. Until then, Bradford had the upper hand. Once Medley came onto the field, he had a hand in two of the tries and scored one himself. I think that was the turning point in this game. So to leave you from Headingley with the victorious Leeds team being mobbed by the fans. This is your commentator, Carl Culshaw, hoping you've enjoyed the video, filmed for you by John Oakes and available from Micron Video, Gidlow Lane, Wigan. Coming up next, we have an interview with a man in the middle for this afternoon's game, Sir John Holsworth, and Leeds' new signing from Manly Warringah, Cliff Lyons. We also have the tries from yesterday's games over the Pennines, featuring Salford and Whitehaven and Runcorn and Warrington. Well, here I've got with me this afternoon's match referee, Mr. John Holsworth. John, how did you see the game this afternoon?
To be truthful, Carl, I thought it was a marvellous advertisement for the game. It was very fast, very, very physical, with a lot of exciting tries scored, with the ball being thrown from wing to wing. I'm sure the crowd enjoyed it. If we could sort of serve this type of football up every week, then there's no problem in terms of the crowds coming back. It was a marvellous advertisement for the game and a marvellous cup tie.
When you're the man in the middle, are you there to appreciate the game? Can you appreciate the game?
Occasionally. You think about the game at times when somebody's scored in the corner and you just have that 20-25 seconds to think about the game while the goal kicker's lining the ball up. Sometimes in the middle of the field while he's taking his time, you just reflect a little. But that's about all. The concentration levels have got to be quite high for the rest of the game.
One thing we noticed as well this afternoon was the fact that you're always up with play. How do you manage to keep so fit?
With a great deal of difficulty at my age at times, I must admit. But the demands from the senior referees by the Rugby Football League are very high now. We've got to take 2 fitness tests a year and medical tests, which are very, very hard. And we've got to train regular, 2-3 times a week, and put the work in. And that's the only way to keep up with the modern game. It's getting quicker. The new rules have actually opened the game out another 2 yards in pace, which, as far as I'm concerned, is excellent because, here again, it's a spectator sport, and that's what we're here to do, is entertain the spectators. And the players enjoy it more, I'm sure they do.
Now, you as a top Grade 1 referee, do you see any comparisons with the Australian version where the referees are graded for each game, i.e. the top referee gets the top game?
In a small sense, we have the same here in England, where in the press during the summer, the top 15 referees out of 25, 26 that we have on the senior list will be refereeing predominantly First Division football. So the bottom 10 or 11 referees are refereeing Second Division, which is a good incentive to work hard in the Second Division and give the guys the incentive. At the same time, the lads who are refereeing First Division football, they've got the incentive that they've got to work hard in the game, get their own game in order to keep the position of refereeing in First Division football. So in a sense, we have the grading without going to the absolute extreme where top number one referee determines or referees the top game. So we have it, but in a slightly different context to the Australians.
Finally, on the last note, your name has been bandied about for the refereeing of the World Cup final between Australia and New Zealand. Can you enlighten us any more on that?
Yeah, it's the first I've heard about it, and it's as simple as that. I'm very open-minded about it. I haven't heard of anybody being appointed. Touch wood, I would keep my fingers crossed, but I think there again, we've got other referees in Great Britain who are excellent, that could do the job. Robin Whitfield, for one, is excellent, and Robin's had the experience. I don't know about anybody else. I haven't heard anything, but I'm hopeful like everybody else.
Okay, John Holsworth, thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
You've just arrived over here, Cliff, your second stint with Leeds. How did you get over here?
British Airways.
Oh, should I say, when did you get over here?
Friday afternoon, about lunchtime.
So really, you've not had much chance to settle in with your new teammates?
I've only had one run with them. That was Friday afternoon and today.
Do you find it difficult to keep fit from the end of the season?
Well, once we finish over in Australia, I find it difficult. I don't obviously tend to have a rest, have a few beers and that and relax. But I've had one run now. I'm feeling all right after today's game.
What's your views on back-to-back rugby? I know some clubs in Australia don't particularly like the players coming over.
Well, I leave it up to the player. It's up to the individual player how he feels.
You don't feel jaded at all when you go back?
No, I didn't last time. Well, last time I played here, I went back to Australia and had a good season.
So how do you think the standards of rugby league have improved over here? Seeing it from both sides.
Well, it's a lot on today's game. It's a lot bloody faster, and it's hot too as well.
Yeah, makes a nice change to the weather.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, what was again the second part of that question was: do you think our game's improved a lot more from the Manly-Wigan clash, seeing you were involved, and also from the third test?
Yeah, it has improved a lot, I thought, because defence and that's in the British teams are really good now. And the last time I played, well, just I'm taking on today's game anyway.
You find working with Mal really quite enjoyable, really, because he had a reputation at Manly, didn't he?
Well, I've only met Mal once. That was the last time I was here when he was at Castleford. And you asked me that question in about 5 weeks, and I'll tell you.
And finally, I suppose everyone will ask you this: what's your ambitions for the season over here?
Well, probably do the best what we did last time is this time to get to Wembley. Last time we were unlucky.
Yeah. Also, your favourite position, I suppose, is stand off, because you had you down really at half today.
No, well, it was just whoever was there first.
Yeah. Do you see yourself again going back to the third test? Do you see yourself making the Australian team? Because there are calls for new halves.
I'm always hoping.
Yeah.
I'm always trying.
It seems like Alan Langer's got the position over Des Hasley, your teammate.
Oh, that's just probably one of those things. Like, Des will probably beat him one other time, and he might beat him the next time. It's always a good confrontation between them two.
Okay, Cliff Lyons, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're in there, lad. Yes! Keep standing!
2, Leeds 2, Rochdale 2, Fulham 2.
There's a lad here that knows where to go. Look at the strength of this. And he's got the support now. Nobody's going to catch Mark Moran. So we're into the scrum. And it's out. Now, can he move it across quickly enough? Gibson wants to come in and run. There he goes. And I don't think anyone's going to catch him now. I don't think he'll need the support that's with him as he strides in at the corner. And haven't really looked like it. Playing hard, playing some quite nice rugby, but it's not particularly effective rugby. Here we go again, you see. You see what I mean? That was sheer power then from Steve Herbert that set that one up. Right, and it goes across the Kane. Sure. Nips away from one tackle, going down the middle. Clearing the opposition. Beautiful pass. Well, Kane couldn't make it, but Keith Bentley will. Or just setting up position. Maybe it was. There's Steve Herbert. Now can he make it? Can they stop him? Yes, well, that was sheer determination. And it goes. Kane ducks out of one, gets rid of the ball. Cross the line. Have they got the overlap again? A good ball there. Now Tex Evans. And there's nobody going to stop Evans going in for his first try. And he was almost going to be a little bit too ambitious there, I thought, trying to get round the player. Just wanted to stay in field. He carries the ball under his right arm and runs up the left wing, which I'm not sure is too good. A slight gap, and there's Gibson, and it came from Paul Shaw. And he's going to outpace himself. What a brilliant tackle again by Brian Weir. Tremendous tackle. Can they hold that? Steve Evans, Tex Evans, oh, they can't. He's away again. So Steve Gibson come up, and Steve Gibson got out of one tackle there, and he didn't even see it coming. They'll flick the ball inside, and it's Keith Bentley in. Well, 36 minutes. It's over into the 40 points. And again, who was it, Kieran?
No,